I know.
How you doing, David?
Hey, I'm kind of here because I'm struggling to control my kid these days. He just isn't listening to me anymore, and he doesn't respect me. And he just does whatever he wants, and I just don't know what to do anymore.
I hear you, David. Could you give me some examples of what it looks like when he's not listening or respecting you?
Yeah. Well, I guess just the other day, one of his friends had this party boat thing happening, and he wanted to go, and I told him no. It's ridiculous to have a bunch of teenagers on this boat in the middle of nowhere, just drinking, doing God knows what, with little to no supervision. I saw on the news the other day, kids were drinking and falling off boats and drowning. And, I'm not letting that happen to my son. So, felt like he would respect that. But, guess what he did? He snuck out the window that night with his friends and partied all night. And I caught him the next morning, and he just had nothing to say.
Okay, David, I can see how that might make you feel disrespected. He's not listening to you and he's putting himself in danger. I'm wondering, how did he respond when you told him no initially?
I mean, I guess he acted like it was unfair. He did compare me to all these other parents of like his friends who, obviously don't care about their kids. So, he wants me to just be like theirs and just let them do whatever.
And you're unlike those other parents.
Well, yeah, I mean, I actually try to be aware of what my child's doing. I know what teenagers do. They get into trouble. That's what I did when I was little. So why wouldn't I monitor and make sure he's safe?
David, it sounds like you feel like you know what's best for your son. I'm wondering, however, have you ever asked him what he wanted or if he felt unsafe in those situations?
I mean, no, I mean, he's always been like this, even when he was little. He doesn't think things through. He just puts himself in these situations because he wants to, and those situations end up being possibly harmful, and he just doesn't even think about it. So, no.
Okay, I can understand you want to keep your son safe. That's what every parent wants. But have you considered that he's capable or more capable now than he was when he was a child? He's at a different time in his life now.
Yeah, I would maybe feel like he was more capable if he could keep his priorities straight and not go out with his friends all the time and think about what needs to happen now. I told him just last night that we're gonna have dinner, and if he doesn't come, then he can't hang out with his friends next week.
Okay, David, I can see that more often than not, it's one or the other with you and your son. If you get your way, your son might be upset. However, on the other hand, if your son does what he wants, you become upset. How do you feel about giving him more choices and less ultimatums?
I mean, I guess I could try it. I just don't know how I could ask him without sounding so demanding. He acts like I'm super strict, but I'm just doing what every good parent does.
Because you want to keep him safe. I understand completely. How about letting your son know how you feel when you think a situation might be unsafe? Have you heard of using iMessages?
I feel like he should know how I'm feeling when he does stupid stuff like that, and it's not being cautious. I haven't specifically told him how I feel, but I honestly shouldn't have to. I don't know what iMessages are, but I just don't really feel like it would be that much more helpful than, and he wouldn't be able to understand me.
Well, iMessages can be really useful for letting your son know how you feel, um, how he's making you feel sometimes. David, have you ever thought about parenting your son with him? Um, Asking him his opinions on how he wants to be parented?
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what's best for him. I guess that's not working right now because he's acting out all the time and not listening to me. But maybe if he had listened to me, it'd be different.
See, so I can see that your main concern is his safety. I can see that you care about him. I know that you love your son, but sometimes that leads you to be a little critical of him. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess that's fair. I don't know. I feel like I have to when he's doing things like that.
So, David, before we wrap up today, I wanted to give you some homework to take home. It's one of the things I've been hearing. Firstly, think about David as a partner in his parenting before you speak with him. Like, understand that like his opinions are important. Secondly, for every one critical thing you observe, think about five positive attributes, at least five your son has, and tell him, let him know how much you care and how amazing he is. This seems like the two of you could use some help communicating. What do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, you're probably right that we do need some better communication. I mean, I guess it's worth a try, and we'll see if you might even listen a little bit more.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I'll see you next week, and I hope you can bring me back some pretty positive stuff. If not, we have time to work on these things.
All right.
Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.